I also just want to say my name is Denise, in case you don't know that. And Claire, you can wave your hand over there.
I don't think that they can see me. I'm not.
Well, maybe they can. And Connie is, you can see her genius picture is here as well. And I am a motion code, body code practitioner, and I've been using the Genius in my practice for 2 years. And it's been amazing and I love it. And it makes me so happy to share what I've learned and what I know with everybody. So I really enjoy doing demos for people and reaching out and showing you what I know. And Claire helps as well with all this. And Claire, if you wanted to say anything.
Yeah, I'm over here in the UK. Been around for quite a while, helping people just sort their apps out, and it's been a learning curve and journey for me. Met some amazing people who are
you want to grab it quick now. I think there's maybe a bag in the house.
Continue to inspire and learn from. So yeah, that's me.
All right, Connie, you're here if you want to say anything. I don't hear you, but so what we're going to do now is, and then I'm going to mute everybody after this, is I'll count everybody down. And at that time, even though we're all going to be mumbled and hearing each other, just say your full name and repeat the vowels A, E, I, O, U until you see the white bar go all the way across the screen, which is about 15 seconds. I'm trying to unmute you, Patricia, and Sherry and Tara. That way you can be included in this. But otherwise, we are going to start the recording. So I'm going to say, I'll say 3, 2, 1, begin, and then we can all say your name and the vowels. So 3, 2, 1, begin. Denise, Armenio, A, E,
Audra, Woodley, A, E, I, O,
U, I, O, U, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, U. Great job, everybody. Okay, now I'm going to mute you all. And if you didn't get, whoops, if you didn't get unmuted in time to do that, the intention is all there, that everybody is all here, so it will all be fine. So now I am going to hit next, now that we have our voice loaded. Also, given that there's so many of us, as far as what to work on, I'm just gonna kind of see where this takes us. We'll probably work on today's stress for the group. Let me just grab the picture here. So there's our picture, and I'm going to hit begin analysis. If you do have something, issues, I would kind of hold that intention for yourself on what you would like, where you would like to see some healing take place. I would recommend, if you have any physical pain, maybe you want to write it in the chat box and rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being severe. That way we can kind of gauge your before and after on this. As far as a group affirmation, I'm going to put in, whoops, we are happy and healthy. And now I'm going to run an analysis here. So what we're looking at right now is the Genius works with three main areas: the mind, the body, biofield, and the body. And then if you've purchased or you create, you will see libraries. And then it will show you in order of priority where the Genius has found most disturbance. So what this is telling us is that what we should work on first is the area of the mind, or maybe not first, but there's priority in that for us to work on. And then something in my libraries, biofield, and then the body. Before I forget though, I am going to take our aura picture. Okay, so I'm just in the habit of always taking a picture of these. So there we go. And so this is, it's not a bad aura, but I'd like to see like a brighter, more vibrant color. This is just showing a bunch of different, some reds and some yellows in here. It's also a picture of all of us. So there's a lot going on, I'm sure, with all of us. Now the Genius works on a number value system. So it goes from 0 to 777. 0 to 100 are represented by the color blue, which I can scroll down to find some. So, and what blue represents are disturbances, energetic disturbances that tend to be more chronic. So you've had that disturbance for a longer period of time. It's also could be like stagnant energy. Then on the top end of that value system, between, I think the cutoff is around 680, and then it goes to 777. Those energetic disturbances are represented by the color red, and that is shown to be more acute. So there's disturbances that are happening now in the present time. And it's can be seen as heat or inflammation as well. Then the colors green and yellow are the colors that green will border the blue, yellow borders the red, and everything is going to show some form of imbalance, but they're not, we don't necessarily work with those colors or that range, except on areas where we really want to focus. We found that values 600 and above, so the yellow that border the red, can be important when they're analyzed in the main hold tray. And the same goes for the values that would be green, that are between 200 and 101. Those can also show up as high when we run them in the main hold tray. So I don't always include them, but if it's a specific area that I really want to focus in, I will include that full range. When this arrow on the side is representing, it shows us that we can hit it, and it will show us what is behind or lower, or you're going a deeper level. But the other way to look at that is by clicking actually on the line itself, and it will give you another view. And that's the view I would say mostly everybody will look at these at, because it's nice to see the color with the number value next to it. The next thing I like to do when I start a session for me personally is I'll click on System Overview, and that will bring us to the general overview. And that actually takes everything on that system overview that you saw and everything that's below it, and it reorganizes it from 0 to 777. So when we run the analysis here, we're going to see what the overall highs and lows are. So here we see some amino acids. The glycine is off for the group, or added disturbance is a better word to use. Adrenals. Adrenals is also showing in today's stress. So right away, we're getting a little idea of maybe where we want to work for the group. Herbicides, meridian point, the liver 7. Then if we hit general overview, whoopsies. Sorry, the Zoom prompts. If we hit general overview again, it brings you to the bottom and you get to see your low values. So that would be triple heater 0.22, large enzymes, kidney meridian, Siberian ginseng. So if we run this, I'm just going to move the timer up here. That's what this is on the right-hand side. And if I click on that yellow circle, it changes it to 0 minutes. So I am just going to run now a quick balance, only because when you run the quick balance, will run the frequencies on all the reds and on all the blues. And there's tons of them in here because we're looking at the whole basically database that the Genius comes with. So you're really working with so much when you just do this one balance. So we're going to work on that right now. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat, and either I or Claire will try to answer, or Connie will try to answer your questions as best we can here. I'm not going to talk really while the frequencies are running because I don't think you can hear me very well. I'm trying to answer Libby's question here, asking what does a group session have for individual participants apart from learning? Thank you. Claire, can you hear me okay?
Just about, it's on off. Sorry, what was Libby's question?
So the question is, no, there is a lot of group value to doing a group session other than it being just a demonstration session. And I would recommend Googling Lynn McTaggart, and it will really talk about the benefits of group sessions, but it's more than it's your power of intention and everybody together working together as a group to heal is powerful. So it does have more benefit. I hope that answered your question, Libby. And then okay, Claire, maybe you can help with some of those. There's questions about the playlist.
Yeah.
We did get a 59% rectification on that for the group, which is amazing. And what that tells me is I can feel, at least me personally, when I get a number like that after running a general overview, when you're working with all the reds and the blues from the 3 areas, the body, biofield, and mind, is that if I don't go into every one of these panels here, I've covered the reds and the blues, a good percentage of them. So as far as going through individually now and putting everything in, I don't have to feel like that I've missed something important. So what I'm going to look at first, since we are doing a group session here, is today's stress. And no surprise here, since we saw this before, adrenal showed up, lymphatic, virus. I am going to add those. I'm also going to add everything that's above 600 here. And I'm doing that because we didn't really isolate a specific focus. So the stresses of all of us today, I thought would be a good thing for us to look at. Nutrition showed up, acid showed up, fungus, emotional, and these are blue. So this would be telling us it's more of a chronic disturbance. I also like to look at, we can look at body systems here. And I would put digestive in because that's going to be important for everybody and in every scan. And then we have the nervous system and integumentary system. And spinal energy is always important. And I always work with spinal energy in every scan. I'm going to click here on the high to low to give a different view. Right now we're seeing the spinal column, you know, as it lays naturally. So now this is showing us the ones that have a chronic, an acute disturbance because it's red. And I will also put in those that are below 200. And above 600. And I was just looking for my cards. Clarity, have you? That's okay.
I don't have them.
That's okay. I know I just picked them.
I found a way of accessing all that information online and just put it in one little icon.
Yeah, I have it. I was just it's okay. It'll come to me in a minute where I put it. The next thing I'm going to look at for the group is glands. And again, adrenal showed up and pituitary. And I think the next thing for the mind, since this is the important area for the group, is to look at emotions, because emotions are the root of most disease or dis-ease, as it's best said. So I'm going to add all the reds and blues, and we can add even the 600s. Can everybody just kind of write in the chat, if anybody is experiencing physical pain right now? I would happy to run a pain library. So whether you want to raise your hand or write in the chats if you're in pain, that way I know. I'm just trying to get a gauge so when I get there I can look into it. Okay, Paula has neck pain right now. Upper, okay, Michaela, you have upper back and neck. Okay. I'm going to add the Bach flower essences. I'm just trying to get a sense of everybody's pain in here so we can work with that. And we're already these, when you start adding the 600 and above and 200 and below, it does start adding up in the main whole tray. So sorry guys, my trackpad is very sensitive. I'm going to go into meridians here. Meridians, what I find really important in the meridians is the conception vessel and the governing meridian. They're all important, but these are the two meridians that are on the front and the back of our body. And your governing meridian is also where all your chakras and everything and your spine is going to be. I will go into and grab these reds and blue points from the governing vessel, since that showed up as red. And I will do the same for the governing vessel as well. Just grab those reds and blues in here. I will look at your chakras and just grab the red and blues and the spiritual protection, which looks great actually. I'm gonna grab grounding. It's always important to be grounded, and I'll grab the dark forces in there. And the Saveggios, I'm just gonna grab 528 for transformation and miracles and the connecting relationships, since it showed up as having a disturbance. And the Nogiers, I will grab these two reds, and Nogier G, as that's the universal frequency. And now I'm going to go into the libraries to see if we can do something for pain, and we'll see what else shows up. So I'm going to go into the right frequencies for pain, and I will add the reds and the blues in there. And we can just see where it's just offering some joints, inflammation, back spasms, muscle cramps. And let's see, muscles. So general, we have the fascia, muscles, and ligaments. We can add those with the ligaments as well. And let's see where we want neck. Where nice. Oh, here we go. Back and neck. And I will add our reds and our blues in here. And terrible. And we also have trying to think what else I want to add in here for everybody. I'm going to add Alaskan gems in here. This is one of my favorite libraries. So we could add the reds and the blues, and I'm going to start a little balance going here and see if is there anything else that anybody is, I only see back and neck. Is that, if anybody has anything else to add, please add it into the chat now. Abdominal. Libby, is that like abdominal, like muscle abdominal, or like a digestive abdominal pain? You're not certain. Okay. So let's just see here. Pelvic, and we can add the blues. Abdomen. That's really what I was looking for. Nothing's really popping out here, but we'll add the ones that are below 200 and the 600s. And muscle relaxation. And let's do a quick balance now on this. Oh, great suggestion. Thank you, Connie. And let's look at the adrenals. And see what comes up here. Let's do the adrenal just assessment and put the reds and the blues, and we'll add these that are, since it showed up twice for the group, let's put these nutritional deficiencies, number of hours, quality sleep, EMF, which a lot of people are affected by EMF. And we can do some of these solutions, which would give you some B12. We can see what these blues are down here. Some of these other herbs. And another one we can do that might be helpful for the group is a wellness frequencies. And so here we see this is really going to cover a lot. I'm going to add these, but this is covering normalized pancreatic function, increased blood circulation, progesterone levels, reduced back pain, normalized lymphatic system. Let's see what's the blue ones. Stimulate healing of nerves, normalize nervous system function, balancing of spiritual well-being, relieve mental worrying, stabilization of emotional states. I'll add some of these in here. Normalize male testosterone levels. Well, women have testosterone too, so I don't know if we have any men in the group today, but if they show up, I usually will put those in. And did I get the 600s? Pituitary function, the Trinity. All right.
Ask Denise, is that one of your libraries? Did you create it or?
I don't think I did. I think I purchased that one.
Okay, no worries.
I would have to check, and I'll put it in the checkout chat after, but I don't think I did. I think I purchased that one.
Sure.
I know that I've created some on Rife, but I don't think that was one of them. So now I'm going to begin analysis. So what I do often is I'll run all of the frequencies for 1 minute twice and rescanning in between. So here we see normalize HGH function, normalize pineal gland function, thoracic 5, nutrition, connective tissue. Karen, I see you asking about castor aroma oil pack to neck. Are you making that suggestion or?
It's a suggestion.
And pH? Are you asking that I should go to those libraries? I'm not sure why. Claire, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Let me just. Karen, I might have them. I would have to check. And then I can go back and add them. There was a 61% rectification there, so that's awesome. I am gonna rescan it and see if it changes what the highs are. It's kind of like bringing the tougher ones to clear to the surface when you do this a couple of times. So now I can hit all again. We have some sacroiliac joint dysfunction there. Trying to see if our neck and back are showing up in here. Hopefully it will. There's some back pain down there. As soon as I run through this, I'm gonna check. Karen's made some suggestions to look to see if I have in my library so I can add them. Sorry for the silence. So here we got a good rectification again, 54, so that's awesome. So now I'm gonna rescan and then I'll run just the highs on 3 minutes. And we can hit play. I'm just trying to look again to see what's showing up here. Some mental worrying, muscles, some of the crystals are 528 from Miracles. And Claire, I agree with you. I don't think that you can name the libraries before you send them to the QuantiCap. That was V's question was, can you name a set of frequencies before they're sent to the QuantiCap?
Yeah, I
Not in
can't.
this state anyway. Everybody should be drinking water and staying hydrated when they're running these frequencies. It does enhance your body's ability to absorb the frequencies. Okay, so 54% rectification on that too. That was great. So now a couple of things. I just want to go back and see if I have castor. No, I don't have castor oil, Karen. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Hold on. Nope, I don't have castor oil. I don't know. I'm trying to look. Karen did have a question, and she is asking on when you're in frequency, shape, and form, why I picked what I picked. The different waveforms, when you're working with rife frequencies, when working with clearing pathogens and parasites, square form is often what's used. Sine wave is like bodily function, and sawtooth helps break up stagnant energies. I usually leave it on alternating, only because I'm usually dealing with various different, I might be dealing with all those things. So I want to make sure that it's alternating between all of them so I can get maximum results. If I knew I was just running a library for parasites, I would then probably switch it to square. But just doing a general scan like this, I would keep it on alternating. And I usually always keep it on default wave intensity, unless I am working with like a single patient who just has an issue that comes up and it's acute. I might move that up to 50%. But again, I usually leave that on the default setting. So Karen, I hope that answered your question. And let's see what our aura picture looks like after just running those frequencies. Oh, there we go.
Denise, as I understand it, the program itself as well selects the correct waveform.
Oh, the different wave?
Yeah. Because you'll every now and again you'll see a box that pops
It
up.
says switching waveform, yes.
Yeah. So that's quite a good thing to know.
That's a good point too. So this is a nice change. I'd like to see it maybe come in a little brighter. So I'm gonna look at the Alaskan flower essences because I noticed that those were red, and I'm just gonna run a quick balance on these and see if those can help break up some of the energy and bring in a little bit more vibrant color into our group aura. How is everybody feeling? Is anybody feeling any shifts or anything yet? Anybody with Libby had some pain? Michaela, who else? Paula, how's your neck and back feel? Libby, okay, what is your average length of a session? Well, when I do a client session, my sessions are an hour, but that doesn't mean that they're receiving frequencies for an hour. A lot of times what you're doing in that hour is collecting all the information to the tray. And then I base it on how many minutes. I always start off with the 1 minute twice on running all the frequencies and then to the high, and I base it on what the rectification is. There's some difference in everybody has a different view on what that percentage should be. I generally like to see it 40% or above, but there is some benefit to going slow and just having shifts of like 20%. Sometimes it's more gentle on the body that way. And also using intuition a little bit, or if you know how to do the sway test or muscle test, you could always test that way for how many minutes. Right now, we just got a 16% rectification on those Alaskan flower essences. And we can see if that's made any shifts in the aura. And Michaela, what are you saying? I'm wearing my...
I'm baby wearing, and normally my neck and back throbs, but no joke, I have 0.
Oh, yay. I'm glad you feel great.
Fantastic, Michaela.
Yay. And so, here we have, some beautiful purples and blues coming in, and the intensity is starting to get a little brighter. So that's great. I don't analyze the aura in great depths. I know that some people do, and that's a great skill set. That's not in my wheelhouse, but I do love seeing when the bright, vibrant colors come in. And let's see, are there any more questions here? The other library I like to work with a lot too is Living Orchid Library. And to do a quick balance. This is similar to the Bach flower essences, except that they are the essences of all different types of orchids. And this is just another one that I love, and it really helps in so many different areas. And I also find that when you want to help work in breaking up some of that stagnant energy, working with these any flower essences and the crystals really do a great job in helping with that.
Denise, I found out a way of naming the playlist for the Quanta capsule. If you've got...
Oh, you can? So when you send it over, it gets the title? Oh, amazing. Well, you want to tell everybody that, and I'll just go and run the aura?
Right. Okay. So I added the, can you hear me all right? Yeah.
I can hear you.
Brilliant. Thank you. So in memberships, in the back office, I don't know if I can share screen. One sec.
Oh, I can do it if you want. Then let me just finish this. I didn't realize
one participant.
You can walk me through it, and I'll show everybody where it is. That'll be what we'll close with on how to do that. So here we are. It kind of looks like it went backwards a little bit, and sometimes that does happen. There are a lot of those living orchids flower essences. So we will try to run something else just to bring that back a little bit, but let's just go look and see what Claire into custom playlists.
No, if you go into Quantum memberships.
Okay.
So go into your members.
Okay.
And for
playlist.
Have a look at the playlist.
Oh, and then you would hit edit.
Although it says expired, tap where the little pencil
Well,
is.
here's what you would do. I mean, you don't really need to. Here's where you add it, but it would be, yeah, after you send it, then you can put the name there. But so you can do it here.
I'm sure that would change it for them also, surely.
Right.
Otherwise, it's pointless sort of changing it for your own uses, I suppose.
So, yes, so that's a way of doing it. I'm just going to go back to my libraries here and see. I'm going to run those living flower essences, living tree essences a little bit longer. Paula, how is your neck, or was it your back? If you're still here, are you still here? Paula may have left. Who else? Libby, how's your stomach doing? We're going to be wrapping up here in just a minute, but we are at that time of year with Black Friday coming up, so everybody stay tuned. There will be some fun Black Friday specials coming up. And the other one thing that I want to just mention that's always fun to use, and I have found benefits in using them, is some of the wearables. So I do have both the Geo harness, which are like the straps that go on, and it's great sometimes, especially sometimes you don't want to always listen to the frequencies, but the straps you can wear, and it goes through, and it has like a flower. I'm looking for it right now to see if I can find it for you. I apologize. I should have been a little bit more organized. But it has the flower of life on it, and it sends the frequencies through. Here we go. So I don't know if you can see, this is the strap, and there's one for each hand, and you can wear it. It does need a wire to connect it to your device in the aux. So if you have one of the newer iPhones, you do need to get an adapter so that you can plug it into the charging port, since the newer iPhones don't have the aux plug. I'm not sure what you want to call it, but those are really quite great. Oh, thank you, Libby. I'm sorry you can't hear me. I know it's difficult. So what I was saying is the Geo harness, I love using. A lot of times I don't like listening to the sound, and I find this is a great way to get the frequencies into our body. It goes through, they have like the flower of life on the back, so you're getting the benefits of the sacred geometry here, and it's also magnetic, so similar to different sports things where people wear like magnetic necklaces and bracelets. It has that benefit to it, and you're getting the genius frequencies through it. You do need to use the wires, and it connects through an aux connector. If you have the later models of the iPhone, you needed an adapter, and we will be carrying those shortly. Oh no, we have them now. We will be carrying the adapters now, Michaela is telling us. So if you do need an adapter, there is a link in the chat on where to get that for the Geo harnesses. They are $149, and you will love them if you have them. But if not, you can also try putting it around like a glass of water if you have it. I know I use that sometimes. I have the Remedy plate, and I do use that, but sometimes in a pinch I don't have everything with me, so I may use that just to put on to get the frequencies into a glass of water for me to create some structured water. But if anybody has any questions, we're just about ready to wrap it up today. It was such a pleasure to be able to spend this hour with you on 1111, one of my favorite angel numbers that I love seeing. So I hope you all have a great day, and you know where to reach us. I think we have all our support numbers. Are those support numbers in our chat? We can add those up there, but you can always see us on Facebook. on our different, Connie is great with all those different numbers. I should have it memorized. I'm sorry. But Connie, if you can post that information, you'll also, if you have support questions, you'll find me there. So I'm there to help. And if I don't get back to you right away, I'm always getting your messages. Be sure to leave your name and email. If you do leave a message, it just makes it easier for me to get back to you. And what else can I tell you? I think that's all. I've really enjoyed spending this hour with you. And oh, Connie just posted everything, all the support information. And yes, I should have remembered my email, which is Denise at Inside Health Apps. If you have any questions, please email me. I'm happy to answer your questions. And it's 1-800-277-2853. So have a great day, everybody. And we will see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you, Denise.
You're welcome. Bye.